So the next step in getting the BOG heater in is to install the ambient temperature sensor. And I am pretty sure you will find that this grommet is already installed in South Africa. I'll try to remember to ship you another one just in case. Obviously it was not installed in the HE here in the lab. So you poke it in there and then get it to pop out just nice and smooth. And the wires go in one at a time, purple and yellow, because they won't both go at the same time. And then you're going to leave it hanging out. That was clever. You're going to leave it hanging out about like that, just so it's getting the ambient temperature. And I'm pretty sure there's one in South Africa that's already been potted. I pot them with RTV. So we'll take a look at that and make sure you get one that's potted, or that there is one in South Africa. Then the next step is to put what I call the internal cable for the BOG heaters into the box. And if you remember, I had them all installed in South Africa, and then things didn't work, and so I brought everything back just to test everything, including this cable. And it goes in with 3mm screws, for which you need a 2.5mm wrench, which I had sitting right here just a short minute ago. Anyway, in South Africa there is a proper bracket to support this, instead of having it go in diagonally in this hole, but it does work fine going in diagonally if you have to. You probably would want to block off. There's a picture of the correct installation with an aluminum bracket that has 4 holes for the connector, the CPC connector, the plastic connector, and 2 holes to mount into that opening. And then that cable comes up and plugs into J6 on the utility board. And these connectors are not keyed, so pay attention, be careful. But there is a white triangle showing where pin 1 is, despite numbers that you may see printed on the connector. That's the way it goes on. And that's all there is to it. And you've got to tuck the excess cable in. It's got to come up over this way. Can't go beside because there isn't room between the insulation. So that's the installation. Then we'll have to come back in just a moment to install these 2 pins coming from the sensor into the connector, because I got to go find the documentation to know which way these 2 wires go. These sensors are polar. One side is -15 volts and the other is a current, 1 microamp per Kelvin.